last week on Sold. I just don't get it. I don't understand, with all this greatness around the sales profession, why so many sales professionals are dorks. Well, guess what? I figured it out. I figured out the reason why we have so many salespeople that act like dorks. That sales is not about products. It's about building a relationship with a customer and being able to communicate effectively. So let's take a look at some ways that we can de-dorkify ourselves and, in the process, build better relationships, communicate more effectively, and build our confidence. That was last week on Sold. This week starts now. Number 4, have fun with your customers. Now, I'm not suggesting you be a clown or, laugh with your customers in some obnoxious or stupid way. But what I am saying is this. If you pull that mask off your face, now you're going to maybe be, for the first time, a real person in front of your customers. That real person has a logical side and an emotional side. We all desire to enjoy ourselves. And we all desire to have fun. And I can promise you this, as you build a closer relationship with your customer, they're going to want you to have a little bit of fun with them. So just think about this logically. If you have a relationship with someone, doesn't matter who it is, a friend or maybe a customer or a colleague, the closer you get to them, aren't you getting to know them better and experience more with them and have more fun with them? Yeah, it's called humanity, okay? It's okay to have fun with your customers. So I would really, really encourage you to do this on a regular basis. Think of how you can bring some levity and make a situation more light and fun. Because if you do that, I guarantee you, people will like you a lot more, and that's a key component of building better relationships. Number 5, always be learning something new. I'm a big believer that if we're not constantly growing, we're dying. And if we're dying, that just adds to our overall dorkiness. I want to really encourage you. If you're not spending time learning something new, or trying things out, or experimenting, you've got to pull off some time and start to do this. Or get back to doing this. Because if you're going through the motions of life and work without some inspiration, or without a new idea, or without some thought of how to make your situation better, 2 things are going on here. Number 1, and this is important, you're dying inside. And number 2, you're sharing that death with your customers. Come on. If you're not refreshed, how can you possibly expect to positively impact the customers you're dealing with? And consequently, how can you possibly expect to build a relationship, communicate effectively, or have confidence in the process? So, big encouragement for me here. Go out and learn something new. It really doesn't matter what it is, but as long as you're learning and growing, it keeps you from dying, and it keeps you in a position to be able to build better relationships. Number 6, dress tight. I specifically wore my Rolling Stones t-shirt today because I wanted to. Because I wanted to have fun and I wanted to do something different. However, I will tell you this. When I am with customers, my dress and my apparel and my overall appearance is impeccable. And I'll tell you why. If I'm dressed well, it helps me to feel confident. And my customer looks at me and they think, well, gosh, this guy is not only, dressed well, but he has a certain attitude or a certain air about him. And there's something else too. If you dress well, it'll keep you from dressing like all those other dorky salespeople. Really believe here that appearance is a major aspect of us being more confident and being able to build relationships and communicate more effectively. Now, I'm not suggesting you always wear, a custom-made suit. And I'm not suggesting you always wear the most expensive thing. But what is important is you always look tight. I have customers that I never go to see if I'm wearing a suit because I just won't match them. And there are some customers that I cannot go to see unless I'm wearing the best suit I own. Most important thing is, wherever I go, I look good. And you should too, because you never know when you're going to meet a potential customer. Sit in the grass. Well, what does this have to do with me building relationships or communicating more effectively, you might be thinking? Well, it's real simple. So often we get caught up in work. We get caught up with our customers that we forget something that's really important. And that's to take some time for us to recharge. Look, I can tell you horror stories of experiences in my life where I have worked too hard, I have pushed too hard, and I've gone too fast, and it's ended up hurting me in one way or another, either with health or with family or with other relationships. But there is a relationship that it always seems to affect, and that's the relationship between me and me. Look, if you don't have time to enjoy your life, you forget what you're fighting for. If you don't have a time to sit back and sit in the grass or go dancing or take a nap or do whatever you like to do, what the heck are you doing everything you're doing for anyway? I used to be a working machine. I used to be a workaholic, but not anymore. I realized how important it is to take time off to rest. God did it. Created for 6 days, took off a seventh day to rest. Whether you believe in God or not, it's not the issue. The point is that you need to take some time to sit in the grass, rest, and relax. And I can promise you this, it'll reduce your stress, it'll give you more energy, and that's going to help you be a lot less dorky when you go out to see your customers.